There's a mandatory 5-day minimum sentence. However, a person can be placed on probation from that. But there is mandatory sentence that would have to be imposed. Do you understand what you're charged with?
No, I don't quite understand those no, I don't.
He says he does not understand what he's being charged with simply because he believes if he keeps feigning ignorance, the judge will take pity on his dumb ass and just kick him loose.
Question in regards to what you're charged with.
Well, I think this is a matter of a mistaken identity. My persons was never involved in anything. I'm carrying my property from point A to point B. I have there's no vested interest of the state to even stop me. I'm exercising my God-given constitutionally protected rights, and I stated that to the man acting as the police officer.
All right. So since you don't believe in, paying taxes on your vehicle or obtaining and maintaining a current driver's license with the state you live in, you think that somebody dressed up as a police officer with a badge in a marked police vehicle pulled you over and you're in court today because he was running a scam? Interesting.
I didn't present him with a license.
You are charged, sir. Hold on. You're charged with driving while suspended, a second offense. That would indicate to me that you've had a first offense.
No.
Have you been in court before on this type of charge?
Nope, not on driving while suspended. No, I have not.
And by no, you really mean yes.
All right. Well, that is what you're charged with. You don't have to agree with it. You can certainly, that is an issue at trial if you feel you have a defense. As with the others that I've explained, you have certain rights. You are charged with a misdemeanor, so you are entitled to be represented by a counsel. And if you wish to apply for court-appointed counsel, if you meet the financial guidelines, I would appoint one to represent you. You also have the right to represent yourself. You also have the right to have counsel of your own choosing at your own expense. So at this time, if you wish to have a trial, if you wish to speak with an attorney or counsel, would he qualify under any programs you have since you charge this as a second offense?
Your Honor, I don't believe that the state has any programs that will help a dumbass SovCit who got ripped off by his guru.
No.
All right. So apparently diversion wouldn't be an option for you. So if you're wishing to have a trial or to speak with an attorney, your plea at this time should be not guilty. If you wish to plead guilty, then we'd proceed to sentencing. But based upon what you're telling me, those would be issues that could be addressed at trial. So at this time, how do you wish to plead?
I don't plan to plea. I guess I'll answer in affirmative if Demers is not acquiesced to quasi-jurisdiction.
Are you English or retarded?
Yeah, guys, he's one of those, he's at that level of SovCit bullshit that if he seems to think that if he just acts stupid, the entire length of the process, that the judge will just take pity on him and dismiss the charges. And no, sadly, that is an actual thing.
If you're not going to enter a formal plea, you're standing mute, and I will enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf.
Okay, I exercise my right to trial by jury then. I'd like to face the man or the woman that claims I've done them harm or law.
Mr. Cooley, if you wish to have a trial by jury.
I'm Gordy. I'm not Mr. Cooley. I'm Gordy. I'm a man. I'm not a person.
All right. Mr. Cooley.
You're a bitch.
Can I ask you a question, sir?
You need to be quiet for a moment. I'm going to explain what the situation is.
In other words,
shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
You have the right to be represented by counsel. You entered a plea, refusing to enter a plea, which is fine. A person can stand mute, and I will set this matter for trial. If you wish to be or have a jury trial, you have the right to do so. However, you need to do that in the proper form. With a misdemeanor offense, you have to file a written motion for that request. Otherwise, it's set before the court. So you would need to do that in a timely way. If you're going to represent yourself, you would have to follow the rules as though you're an attorney. So all of those things would, most people don't have the training to where if they're going to do a jury trial, they're better off being represented by counsel.
And after I paid the $749.99 for that trial package from my guru, he said I was the best pro per attorney he'd ever seen.
But that's a choice that you're going to have to make.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yes, you may.
Can there be a valid cause of action without an injured party?
You mean, can you be charged with a criminal act where nobody got a bone broken? Yes, you can.
Sir, that's not a valid question for what we're doing here today.
I've tried settling this matter in the private twice. If you have any papers in front of you with my signature on them, it's because that is what was required for me to get away from my captors.
You mean when you posted bail to get out of jail for the crime you committed for which you were arrested?
I don't understand what a man thinks that he has the authority to take another man and throw them in a box when they have harmed no man or woman. No
Mr.
claim
Cooley,
has been brought
Mr.
against
Cooley,
them.
You need to be quiet now. We're going to give you a court date, and you can advise me how you're going to proceed at that court date. If you're going to apply for a jury trial, then you'll need to make that application by that time. Otherwise, you'll be set for a bench trial. That's before the court. Sarah, could you give us a date, please?
What sort of time frame would you like, Judge? 30 minutes?
Approximately 30 days, 30 minutes would be fine.
We can do May 15th at 2:30.
All right, May 13th at 2:30. That will be an in-person hearing.
Yeah, he's making it an in-person hearing so that when you start acting a clown and running your mouth, he can throw your punk ass in jail for contempt.
May
You're
15th,
listed.
Judge, the 15th.
I'm sorry.
May 15th, 1-5.
Okay, 1-5, May 15th at 2:30.
Judge, I'm out that afternoon. I'm available all morning, but I'm out all afternoon.
Sarah, we have a 10:30 in person in the morning. Do we have time at 11?
I think we could do 11:30 if there's nothing else scheduled there.
We put that for a trial and for an hour, didn't we? So
We could, if you only need 30 minutes, we could do the 11 to 12.
well, we said something at 10:30, I believe, or was it the 10 o'clock that was set for trial?
It was the 10:30 to 11:30 that was set.
Okay, let's set this at 11:30 for a pretrial. So, Mr. Cooley, you will need to appear at the courthouse in Howard. And if you're going to file a motion for a jury trial, you need to have done so by that time. If you're going to hire an attorney, you need to do that. If you're going to apply for an attorney, I would suggest that you do that as soon as possible, so that you can have counsel at that time.
Am I going to be able to face the man or the woman that has a claim before me, or are you going to discharge the matter? If there's not a man or a woman here, then this matter needs to be discharged.
Not gonna happen. No, not gonna happen. Not.
In your case, dumbass, the person injured, as you would say, is the state to which you're in. And guess what? The Constitution allows the state to be the victim when you commit a crime. You need to look up the 10th and the 14th Amendments.
Sir, I've heard these arguments before, and those are not legal arguments. Somebody's made these things.
I'm not a member of the legal society.
Sir,
Can you bring the law to the court, please?
you've been-
Can we bring
you've
the
been-
law to the court?
Mr. Cooley, stop interrupting. At your hearing, if you have motions that you wish to have heard, you can file them in advance. I would strongly recommend you be represented by counsel. But your court appearance is May 15th at 11:30, and you are to be here in person.
I will invoke my common law rights.
I'm white trash and I'm in trouble.
White trash in trouble. Sponsored by Schlitz.
That's how
That we are adjourned. You're free to go at this time.
Alrighty there, guys. How do y'all think the trial is going to work out for Mr. Cooley? Oh, I'm sorry, Gordy, as his trailer park bartender knows him as. Anyway, look, the SovCit bullshit's getting old. It's nobody's buying it. All right, not one SovCit, not one, has won a criminal case with their admiralty law bullshit or their common law garbage. You know what you're doing is wrong. Ride out the suspension on your driver's license. When that time is up, go and legally obtain a damn driver's license. Pay the taxes and get the registration on your vehicle. Get liability insurance on said vehicle, and you won't have to deal with this shit anymore. Anyway, guys, it's Wrangler. I'm out of here. I love y'all. Have a good one.